Welcome back to another video. Here is how we made $2,800 trading live on YouTube for absolutely free. So I recently did a podcast with Trading Nut and talked about my trade management plan and had some people saying, it's shit, I don't believe it. Well, fortunately for you guys, I trade here on YouTube for absolutely free where you can watch me take these exact live positions. Everyone on YouTube, everyone on Zoom was able to see me break down this trade, execute it live, scale out live, and manage it all live. Now, this was taken on my Topstep account. If you guys want to check out Topstep, feel free to click the link below if you want to become a funded futures trader. Now, we were in and out of this position within less than an hour, and we hit over 20 ticks in like 30 seconds. It was incredible. But let's jump on the charts and I'll explain it to you guys and show you how we took this exact position. So if we jump onto the charts here, this is the position. And before we do anything, let me just show you guys the executions. So you guys again can see, even though I've already shared it on YouTube, just in case you guys want to see it again, here you have it. So it took buys from here, scaled out here, 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 and all the way up here. And ended up the day $2,800 in profit. But let's get to the good stuff. Let's get to the stuff that really matters. Let me share my screen. Now, jumping on the markets today on gold, we have seen some absolutely insane moves where we saw this huge run up at market open and saw all-time highs and then saw a huge push back down. Now, I didn't get this push back down, all these buys, it just wasn't in my time zone, it wasn't in my trading hours. And when I jumped on the charts, we were pushing down pretty aggressively, and a lot of people were asking me, how do you deal with FOMO? Why are you not jumping into this trade? And it's very, very simple. When I'm scalping 20, 30, 40 ticks a day, I don't need to get FOMO about these moves because I know my plan is going to come up again multiple times a day, and I have to be fresh up here, ready to actually execute it. Now, I had an entry confirmation with my plan to take some shorts from up here once it grabbed these highs, and a lot of the guys in Discord caught this move down. However, it wasn't in my trading times and I simply wasn't on the charts. So when I saw this big push down, did I get a little bit of FOMO? Sure. Did I react to it? Absolutely not. And when we jumped on stream, all I was basically saying to guys is all we need to do for us to get a trade is find some support, create some range, and look for a pullback or a continuation depending on which way we grab. So we had started to grab some amazing lows on gold, and I was basically saying, cool, now that we've grabbed these lows, this could be time for us to potentially find a trade. I don't wait and try and trade against all of this. People try and take some buys here or they take some buys here. They don't wait for confirmation. You want a revenge trade because you got fear of missing out. Gold is not one to fuck with. Do not try and revenge trade gold. Wait for your setup to come. And for me and for the guys in Discord, that's liquidity grabs. All I was doing on this play was simply waiting for this 30-minute to close. And all I was basically saying to the guys was, if this 30-minute closes like this and respects the previous low and the bodies close above, we could be starting to form a potential morning star formation here. And I want to be getting in once that last drive is happening for this pullback to give us a very, very nice move. So once this 30 closed like this, all I said to the guys was, cool, if the next 30 can come down and give us a decent bottom wick, we could have buys into that flipping bullish to have a decent retracement. So once this 30 closed, amazing. Now I can drop down to the 5-minute. Until that 30 closed, didn't need to watch the 5. And all we're simply now doing here is exactly the same thing. I want to see some highs or lows grabbed. In this situation, we're going long, so I want to see some lows grabbed so I can then take some buys. And we had nice confirmation of, look, we've grabbed some lows here. This is the close of the 30. And all I was saying was, well, at least if you're going to have a pushback down and this trade is invalid, you're at least going to grab the 30 highs. So as long as we don't grab the 30 highs at any bottom wick, we want to be buying up into that. So this 5-minute came down, grabbed the previous 5-minute low, and then this 5-minute came down with an instant bottom wick. And as this was creating the bottom wick, we had a buy stop on the break of the high with our stop loss just below this low. Now my stop loss doesn't need to go all the way down here and have a 72 pip stop loss. My stop loss can go below this 5-minute low, because if this is a true 5-minute liquidity grab, we shouldn't need to break this. But if you do break this, then you're very likely just going to keep pushing down. So I need to manage my risk and be understanding that, that's a possibility. So why do I want to have a stop here or have a stop all the way down here? No. We've grabbed some intraday lows, so this should be enough for us to push up. We grabbed intraday lows, we pushed up. okay? So stop loss goes below that low, and we got triggered in with a buy stop, and then this 5 minute started to close a little bit doji, and at this point I was starting to get a little bit skeptical. 5 minute didn't close as nice as I have wanted, so then the next 5 minute instantly came down again and then started to flip bullish. And as soon as we started to grab this 30 high and tap into this level here, I took risk off the table. Now, why did I do that? If we look left, and that's all we can ever do, this is a level where we could have tapped into before price went lower. Therefore, at that point, I have to manage my trade. If I do not manage my trade, price taps into this level and pushes lower, I am going to be like, what a fucking idiot. Why did I not manage that trade? We took risk off there, and then in this 1 5 minute, price pushed like 20 ticks in like 30 seconds. And at that point, I already closed like 3 contracts, I believe. Let's have a look at the executions here. So at that point, I closed 5. I closed 50% of my position at that point, and then I started to trail the rest of my position below this 5 minute low. So I scaled out 5 here. I put another 3 on the 1 minute below this low, and then I had another 2 at break even. So I'd already locked in like 20 plus ticks on the day, and this then continued to push up, and then I started to trail my individual contracts as this kept pushing up. And all in all, we got out of this trade somewhere on average probably around these highs before we then came up to create this overall target of this left shoulder, this is the big head, and this is the right shoulder. Amazing, amazing trade. Our last contract was taken out on the 1 minute right before this started to flip back bearish as well, right here. My last contract was taken out here, and that's the trade. Incredible trade, all taken live for absolutely free on YouTube. If you guys have any questions about this trade, feel free to leave them down below, and I'll try to help you guys out as much as I can. But this trade breakdown is to emphasize the importance of price action. I don't have any fancy indicators. I don't have any fancy words for support and resistance. All I'm looking for is intraday grabs and breakouts. Amazing, amazing trade. I hope to see you guys on the next live stream. Enjoy, and see you next time. Peace.